Guilin's landscape is the best in the world. An ancient poem says that people come here to see the landscape on the Gui River. In a year or a day, the light, wind, clouds, and rain change constantly. The scenery is different. It is even more changeable when viewed from the air. It can be said that between the landscape and the mountains, there's an endless Guilin landscape. The Gui River has endless scenery and countless mountains. In the misty rain, there is a picturesque landscape secret. April, the warm and humid air current from the southwest controls the sky above the Gui River. Under the sun, the mist and rain of the Gui River gradually appear. The water of the Yuechengling River can slow down everything. People swim in the painting. It doesn't matter how fast you drift. Don't care about the destination. The beauty of the process is the mystery of Yuechengling River rafting. Drifting in a landscape painting, people get a great view every moment. Because it is flat, the more than 20 dams on the river become the best interlude. The small drop is safe. The Gui River at dusk reflects the poetry and distance that people are looking for. The fishing fires lit by the river in Yangshuo have a unique flavor. The old fisherman wearing a bamboo hat and a straw raincoat interprets the ancient way of fishing at night. Their gestures are full of emotion. The recognition of tourists is the greatest affirmation. Even the labor scene, it became the most beautiful performance. The mountains were illuminated by lights and turned into a curtain. The waters within a radius of 2 kilometers became the stage. The Zhuang people sang songs while rowing boats and casting nets. The whole performance required more than 600 actors to participate. Many of them were local villagers. They repeated the most familiar movements, which formed the most shocking performance. The mountains and rivers of Guilin people are not far from the city. Living in Guilin, surrounded by mountains and rivers, there are beautiful scenery everywhere. This hill stands in the center of the city. People around, no matter how far or near, can see the pavilion on the top of the mountain at a glance. Although the mountains and rivers occupy most of the land, wise people still find places suitable for farming. If the journey is far, then take a boat. Anyway, there are these loyal partners. Work in a hurry. A good harvest can be steady. Where's the farmland? Home follows wherever you go. In Longji terraces, the Yao people built their homes on the mountainside. The artistic conception of Guilin's landscape is relatively subtle, flowing endlessly. Longji Terraces, Longji Mountain in Heping Township in the southeast of Longshan County. Guilin started in the Yuan dynasty, ended in the early Qing dynasty. After more than 600 years of wind and rain, it has finally presented its current splendor. From the scale and slope of the terraces, you can imagine how much sweat the ancestors of all generations have shed on this land. The cable car passes over the terraces. We appreciate the beauty of nature. Remember the diligence and tenacity of our ancestors. The green terraces see no end at glance. This is the green of life. Symbolize hope in the future. Golden October. When rice matures, pieces of golden rice ears rise and fall in the wind. The fragrance of rice flowers intoxicates tourists. Terraced fields, the scenery is long and beautiful. Climb down the stairs and feel the breeze. The formation of Guilin's landscape has a lot to do with the mountain range in front of you. Maoer Mountain is located in the eastern part of the Yunnan-Guizhou Plateau. The abundant water vapor carried by the monsoon will be retained by the mountains here before reaching the Yunnan-Guizhou Plateau. These water vapors that did not climb up the plateau have another fate since then. They turned into rain, entered the swamp, and nourished the trees. They became streams, slowly gathered, and flowed down, quietly becoming the intoxicating misty Li River. The Li River is really beautiful. At an altitude of 200 meters, you can overlook one of the most beautiful rivers in the world. The Li River was formerly known as Gui River. It is located in Guilin City, Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region, China. It originates from Maoer Mountain in the northeast of Guangxi and flows through Xing'an, Lingchuan, Guilin City, Yangshuo, and to the mouth of Pingle, Gongxi River, renamed Guijiang River. Where does the water of Lijiang River come from? People have been exploring the code of time created by nature. The rainstorm started again from Maoer Mountain. Maoer Mountain, Lijiang River source, the highest peak in South China. The main peak is 2,141.5 meters above sea level. At 1,900 meters above sea level on Maoer Mountain, a steep mountain range turned into a gentle plateau. Beijia Ocean Wetland, a 240-hectare low-lying basin surrounded by 8 small hills. This precious wetland forest contains millions of cubic meters of huge water bodies. Monitoring in recent years shows that the average annual rainfall on Maoer Mountain is higher than 3,000 millimeters, more than 4 times the national average annual rainfall. Maoer Mountain has therefore become one of the areas with the most abundant rainfall in China. In May and June, water vapor from the Bay of Bengal and the South China Sea. At the same time, affected by the uplift of the Yuechengling Mountains, the impact of the forest will cause continuous heavy rain. The precipitation in the upper reaches of the Gui River is very abundant. You can clearly see the top of the Green Mountain. The boat is sailing on the top of the Green Mountain. Nature is generous. It not only provides a steady stream of water to the Gui River, but also gives the river a clear and clean face. Why is the Gui River so clear? What secrets does nature's creation contain? The forest is a water purifier. After the rain, part of the water flows into the ground. It penetrates and filters through the soil layer by layer. Then it flows into the stream. After layers of purification, the water quality becomes very good. Abundant precipitation. The conservation of the forest. Maoer Mountain has an annual runoff of 314 million cubic meters. It has nurtured 19 rivers in the upper reaches of the Gui River. It is known as the Gui River Water Tower. The tributaries converge. The Gui River flows down from the mountains. It flows through the valley. It calls more rain rushed into his arms. Strange peaks on both sides of the river. Various shapes. The river's surface is clear. The reflections are charming. The abundant water volume. The clear water quality is the beautiful appearance of the Lijiang River itself. The Lijiang River can become the most beautiful river in the world because nature has created an unparalleled stage for it. Looking across the river, the peaks are clustered together. The peaks are like lotuses emerging from the water. They rise straight up. The ancient Chinese explorer Su Xiaka described the natural scenery on both sides of the Lijiang River in this way. The peaks connected to the bottom base. The peaks stand in a forest of isolated peaks. The image of Su Xiaka 380 years ago was later used as a scientific term in the world karstology. The Lijiang River winds through the peaks and forests. The time and place are favorable, the magic of nature. The Karst landform area in the Lijiang River Basin is as high as more than 2,500 square kilometers. The wide distribution and high density are rare in the world. It is blue, the most perfect tower-shaped karst landform on the planet. At first, the Lijiang River Basin was a tropical shallow sea. 200 million years ago, a violent crustal movement caused the sea water to recede. The calcium carbonate and biological remains in the seawater turned into huge limestone layers, which were exposed on the surface. In the billions of years, it has endured countless wind and rain baptisms. The water flows and the rocks turn. The limestone layer behind it finally grows into a cluster of peaks. However, nature has not stopped its creation. Just millions of years ago, the darling of the natural creation of the Lijiang River finally appeared on this magical landform. The water dripping wears away the stone. The water rich in carbon dioxide is like a sharp knife, quietly carving out another magical world of the Lijiang River. The caves, the changing of time, the blending of water and stone, the Lijiang River is made by heaven and earth. Go and discover the thousands of beautiful scenery created by the Lijiang River. It is not only the water of the Li River that touches people's hearts, but also the ballet on the cliffs. I want to dance the most beautiful ballet on the cliffs of the Li River. The Li River once again satisfies people's wishes. The sunset comes as expected. This is the most beautiful appearance of the Li River. The Li River flows southward, day and night, the way of the blending of heaven and earth, created the Li River, which is the best in the world. For thousands of years, on the Li River, people look up at the sky, look down at everything. Meet the mountains and rivers here. Reunite with the years. This is the most beautiful natural picture of the Li River. Spring, the water volume is the smallest here. In summer, fish lay eggs here. In autumn, fishermen bring their cormorants to fish here. The most important rice-producing area in the Li River Basin. For thousands of years, people have cultivated rice fields here. The crisscrossing paths, the changing seasons, narrow ridges, the square rice fields, connect the years and life live, raising seedlings during the waking of insects, throwing seedlings during the Qingming festival, farming according to the seasons. Rice has changed the face of the earth, nourishing the ordinary days of the Chinese people, holding the seedlings in hand, seemingly throwing them in disorder. But it is the accumulation of thousands of years of rice farming experience of the Chinese people. The seedlings that are leaning to the east and west have to rely on their own strength to stand up, rooted in the earth. The warm wind from south to north climbed up the source of the Li River, Maoer Mountain. The ancient Shanhaijing called this mountain Zhaoyao. For hundreds of millions of years, Maoer Mountain not only gave birth to the Li River, it also provided a unique and stable growth environment for the huge species of trees. At an altitude of nearly 2,000 meters, the southern hemlock that escaped the disaster of the Ice Age, still full of vitality. Maoer Mountain small salamander, an endangered amphibian. Before the emergence of humans, they have thrived here. Now is the critical moment for the hatching of the little mud. After more than 2 months of guarding, the little salamander father is exhausted. He has no idea that danger is approaching his children. The poacher's stone silkworms are larvae of moths. They use the dead branches and leaves in the swamp to conceal their tracks and slowly approach the little salamander's pouch. Fortunately, the little salamander father woke up in time to drive away the enemy and firmly guard the children's delivery room. The temperature on the mountain continues to rise. The Maoer Mountain little salamanders hatch one after another. The gills on both sides help them breathe in the water. They will spend 6 months of infancy in this high mountain shallow pool. The spring in the south is so short that it is hard to catch. When the sun's heat bursts into the Lingchuan River, it slips into summer all of a sudden. The sun is blazing, the day is long, and everything on the vast land is growing bigger. Down the Lingchuan River, Lipu produces taro. After the beginning of summer, purple taro begins to grow under the soil. Taro farmers can estimate the size of taro from the height and thickness of taro leaves. The creatures in the wetland become rich. Water birds forage in the fields. The pond heron is a ruthless predator with its sharp beak and claws. I'm lucky today, but under the strong desire of the little yellow eel to survive, the young pond heron is still a little timid. The habitat of herons is constantly expanding. Under their canopy home, the jelly fruit is ripening. There is rich plant diversity on both sides of the Gui River. Every karst mountain and every limestone cave represent a unique microhabitat. The thousands of peaks on both sides of the Gui River form a very special land-island ecosystem. These limestone areas rich in calcium carbonate are the world's distribution center of Gesneriaceae plants. August in a cave in the lower reaches of the Gui River, the Pingle primula is blooming. The rocks are jagged, the soil is shallow, the light is weak, and the water is scarce. This hidden and barren karst cave is the only home of the Pingle primula in the world. How do they cope with the challenges of life? They grow rich roots, absorb every bit of water in the air and soil, and their dense leaves receive every rare light source. The nectar is rich, and perhaps there will be more opportunities for pollination. Over millions of years, the cave plants by the Gui River have evolved amazing survival skills. As summer deepens, the Maoer small salamander grows 2 hind legs, grows a lot, and starts to lose its external gills. The subadult Maoer small salamander leaves the swamp. Live on land, life enters a new stage. When summer is about to end, rice begins to ear and bloom. Farmers pull long ropes to drive flowers in the rice fields. Where the ropes pass, the pollen of rice parasites falls on the mother rice flowers. The beginning of a good harvest. Continuous sunny weather dyes the October earth golden. The scent of ripe grains fills the fields. The Lingchuan River basin is rich in plants. There are different plants all year round. They can be used to make dyes, like persimmons, chestnuts, lotus pods, black eagles, and many other plants whose names I can't remember. 1/3 of the autumn colors of the Lingchuan River are in the Chinese tallow tree. But richer pigments hide in the leaves that haven't turned red yet. The autumn leaves grow bigger. They will become the protagonists of the plant atlas. Winter source of Gui River, Maoer Mountain, more than 2,000 meters above sea level. The top of the mountain presents a different scene of ice and snow. In order to avoid natural enemies, adult Maoer Mountain salamanders choose to reproduce in the coldest season. As night falls, the ancient ceremony begins again. 2 days later, the female Maoer Mountain salamanders lay eggs and leave. The male Maoer Mountain salamanders stay to protect their offspring alone. In the cold winter, when everything is dormant, the succession of life is endless. This may be the warmest story in winter.